I thought I would never make it. Every day take, but that don't stop the money making. If you want it, go and take it. Ain't no point in hesitating. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. Yeah, I just read.
Okay, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59. And watch that. And watch that. Check. 59. What's left? Yeah, defense. Mike 5'9". Quit talking about it and bring it.
They snap it at one. Now Wilson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 7 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. A first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Coming for you, son. Gun. Check. Crunch. Great. 6, 8.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Michael Kendricks racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Newton now to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
At their own 31-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up.
Accelerating, and off he goes. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. Well, a lot of things have to go right for an option pitch to be successful. Everything lined up there on the long run.
It does, because you have to make the proper read. It doesn't matter what guy you've decided is going to be read on the defensive front. You still have to execute it. If he comes to the quarterback, you saw there, pitch it out to the running back, and off he goes. A lot of teams don't like to run the option because they don't like having their quarterback hit.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. Got a man complete. It's Chris Hogan. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 53 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
20.
They fake the give. Newton. Right around the 6. And it's a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, he lost a fumble last week as well, so now back-to-back weeks, maybe you expect that from your tailback, but not him.
You're exactly right, because you work a lot with your running backs about how they have to protect the ball in traffic, but down in space, that's dangerous as well, because you may make someone miss, and their flailing hand can knock the ball away if you don't tuck it away.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18.
Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
From the shotgun, Wilson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play there for Seattle. 55 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Double count right here, double count. Good.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. That's going to be caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
315. 315.
Here's the second-year man from San Diego State, Rashad Penny. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Rashad Penny with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 21-0. This will be taken in at the 1. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
Let's go.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
On 1st down, Newton. And Olsen over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther 1st down.
Yeah, Greg Olsen's back for his 13th NFL season. The last 9 have been in a Panthers uniform. Only 9 games for him a year ago. 7 the season before due to injuries. But when healthy, a 1,000-yard receiver in 2014, 15, and 16.
Here's Newton. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Well, not that we had any questions, but it's obvious his arm does not hurt today, does it? He does not mind slinging it around.
He is firing that pigskin around the yard.
Yeah, putting it deep downfield, taking shots. Unsuccessful there, but I like his moxie.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Under 8. Under crunch. Jump. 8. What is
Play action. It's Newton. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Michael Kendricks. He's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Newton. And that will be incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage. That makes him now 0 for 2 here in the 1st quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
A little juke. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Blue down. Right, check. 59. It's coming this way. Here we go.
Play action. Now Wilson. Being chased out left. Tries to hit Jennings, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Jennings was the one he was looking for.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Here we go. Check. Gun.
Cam fakes the give and keeps it. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
First and 10 at the 14.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
It's been a long day for you.
21-0 our score after one. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
I got you, son. Watch out. Check the backer. It's a safe. Pull it. How? Switch. Hey! Here we go.
Now Newton on first down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Cassius Marsh able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard.
Second and 11 on the Seahawks 14-yard line.
After the sack here, 2nd and 11.
54. Better bring it. 8. I'm letting you know right now, you better. 8. Watch the shot.
Off play action. Newton. And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
There defensively.
Attack. 180. 55. Watch the run.
Newton. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this?
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs.
I'm just going to go ahead and call it, partner. You could smell the desperation in that fake, couldn't you? Down big. They had to try something. No one was fooled.
I think you're exactly right. With this deficit, though, go ahead and give it a shot. Didn't work out. In the end, I guess it doesn't hurt him too much. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Penny, a first down carry. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Hey, I'm coming after you.
Here's Wilson to throw. That'll be caught by the rookie. It's Gary Jennings Jr. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Left pass. 59.
They go play action now. Wilson. He's going to fire one deep over the... It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A gain of 32 that time.
First down.
So the big play gets him all the way. Red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Wilson, left side here, taken in by Metcalf. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done, down to the 15 from the 21. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when and told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First down, Seattle.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Rashad Penny with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. Shaquille Griffin in on the stop defensively. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Alert 3.
Cam fakes the give and keeps it. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Newton to Olsen there for a Carolina first down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
To throw is Newton. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A big play there for Carolina. 45 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Newton. This will be caught at about the 6. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the Seahawks 5-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
I'm coming after you. Check, 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 check. 20.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. And I know it's hard in live action, but you've got to keep your hands away from the face. That's a 15-yard penalty.
You work on it all the time, making sure your target area is lower and trying to keep your hands away from the face mask so you don't get the big penalty.
Now a play fake here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
All day, every day. Gun, gun. Sponge, sponge, sponge. No, no. Great, great, great.
Shotgun handoff down to McCaffrey. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
I didn't have to stretch for this one. This is 4-down territory. They've got to get it in with the deficit that they're facing.
Absolutely. It's not the fourth quarter, but still, I think you can't be thinking 3 here.
No, if you do that, you might as well go ahead and fold up on this one. But I don't think they're built like that.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. He can run for it, and he will. 3 yards on the keeper, and it's 4th down. Okay, CD, second quarter, look at their deficit and where they're at on the field. They're going for this, right?
I think that they are, because down at this point, they've just made that big move. Ride the momentum wave while you can. I know people think, hey, you've got to get some points here. Hey, you're riding it big time. Go get it done.
On 4th down, Newton. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Michael Kendricks. And the Seahawks able to come up with a goal line stand. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They go play action with Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. He's got a man, complete. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the 3rd quarter?
Extra point up and through by Myers. So, and what is quickly turning into quite a rout as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's Newton. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Michael Kendricks. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. The shotgun snap for Newton. They will find his man. That's Hogan complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
20. 20.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. From the gun, here's Newton. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Carolina. Chris Hogan, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys are able to strike for 6. Well, that big score all started with Cam being forced. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this was just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
That is
by the time we have to leave the booth.
Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. It's caught right side, Dixon. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. So they say we'll let that completed pass stand, and we'll bring up 3rd down instead as they decline it.
So they're comfortable with the yardage. The big thing to them is what you pointed out, getting it to 3rd down and making the play there.
Now Wilson completes it to Dixon. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead will swell by 1 more. This will be taken in at the 1. And they will be backed up deep as they'll have to start the drive from the 6-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up. Watch switch, watch switch, watch switch.
Now a first down throw for Newton. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Throwing again on 2nd down. Newton. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long.
He's coming, double up. 8.
From his goal line here, Newton. And he can't get away. Newton can't escape the pressure, and it's a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford any more at this point.
Keep playing hard.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. K1 short in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. After the sack on first down, Wilson, they set up the screen to Penny. 27 yards there, a first down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47.
Mike's 59. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watched that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front, they got a chance to pin their ears back and get after them now.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Focus, defense, focus.
Throwing is Newton. And right side caught Hogan.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And Newton's going to keep it. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. And we're back now in Charlotte. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. After the run, Newton going to throw. Got a man. It's the rookie, J.J. Arcega, right side. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Great. Kill. Hey! Hatch it.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. And that will be caught by Moore. He's got a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore, touchdown number 15 on the year. And it's for pride now. And all he takes off with it, it's a fake. And he is not going to make it to the end zone. And that's pretty reflective of their game as a whole, as they'll remain down by a bundle. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
Well, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout,
because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out, and no one wants to go back to those memories. But you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
I'm going to hit you all day. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
Hey, 0.
Be alert. You don't want to see me.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Let's go, baby. First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
On first down, it's Newton. Blitz coming, and down he goes. K.J. Wright, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Gun.
They'll run with McCaffrey. The tackle made by K.J. Wright. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But the bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
At the 42-yard line.
Mike. 380. 59. Go 14. Pick your game up. 380.
After the interception, here's Wilson. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Metcalf once again the target. And now it's second down.
Check. 14. 59 Mike. 59 Mike. Check. 59. I got it. Hey, zero.
Wilson now to throw again. And it's hauled in by Nick Vanette. 23 yards the pickup there.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Hey, 0. Short. Gun. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
On first and 10, it's Wilson. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. K1 short, in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away.
Go. 59 Mike. Check. 59. Army.
Throwing on second and long. Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
There's no doubt in my mind.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that?
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
Going. She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Double tight. 3 out.
And they will take a knee here. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 13.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Yo.
And they take a knee.
Newton on the keeper.
Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down.
Step it up.
One last throw here for Newton. Got his man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. And out across midfield down to the 45. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Seahawks, they remain in the hunt for a first-round bye as they move to 11-3 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Carolina, the loss might knock them out of playoff contention as they drop to 6-8. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts.